Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Uh, my name is Subrat Tripathi. I'm the Chief Segment Officer for our sustainability segment focusing on the process industry. Uh, we are here today to unveil Refinery Next, which is our integrated solution for oil and gas and chemical segment to help customers get to the refinery of the future. L&T Technology Services is a India-based company, the largest pure-play engineering and technology services provider out of India. We as a company provide engineering services globally, with North America as a major market, with about 25,000 engineers across 3 different market segments: sustainability, mobility, and tech. Sustainability is a segment through which we cater to customers that are into manufacturing sustainability products or that are in implementing the largest sustainability solutions. Over the 3 decades of our existence, we have been working with many global oil and gas and chemical majors in varieties of services. And a culmination of that is what you will see here in an integrated manner, which oil and gas and chemical companies can take to define the refinery of the future. As most of us know, the refineries worldwide are all old infrastructures, and this segment has been very low in adopting technologies in general, but the momentum is picking up. And that is what we are trying to capture through our offerings for this segment, right? With that, I will request my colleague, Nitish Sharma, to come here and take you over through the content, and then we can take any questions. Thank you so much.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'll just run you through the slides real quick, and then we can move on to the questions. As Subrat mentioned, when you talk about the downstream and chemicals infrastructure, right, 4 things come to mind. One, a lot of the infrastructure was built long ago. There are no new refineries, at least in the Western Hemisphere, that have come up in the recent past. Energy consumption is a big ticket item for them, where any increase in the energy that they need to consume has effects on, obviously, profitability and utilization of the assets. Safety, of course, is a big thing. Incidents that they have lead to, one, obviously a human cost involved, but also an operational cost involved. And then compliance, right? Regulatory compliance. Apart from the element of obeying those compliance, there is an element of changing compliance over the years that also has an impact on operations. From a need perspective, if you look at what do the operating companies need, they need sustainability in their operations. They need agility in their production to make sure that they can maximize their throughput. And they need future-ready operations in terms of whether adapting to the variability, adapting to the changing scenario of human capital, or adapting to the changing scenario of prices. They need their infrastructure to be future-ready. With that, we'll go through a quick video enabling.
Over 60% of existing refineries today are over 40 years old. Aging infrastructure results in multiple challenges, such as significant increase in product costs, unsafe operations, unexpected downtime resulting in lower efficiency, and higher emissions resulting in high compliance costs. To remain profitable, refineries of tomorrow need to have an integrated, intelligent, and smart operations, powered by flexible production technologies and unit operations, which will enable sustainable manufacturing with required agility. Introducing Refinery Next by LTTS, with 6 interconnected, powerful modules designed to redefine efficiency, sustainability, and safety at every level of operation. Refinery Govern provides a backbone for the entire change management with multiple frameworks that aligns cross-functional teams, builds clear roadmaps, and ensures a seamless transition to future-ready operations. Next, Refinery Connect brings your infrastructure online. With cutting-edge IoT and next-gen connectivity tools, it delivers real-time insights, empowering better decision-making and enabling proactive maintenance. With Refinery Build, we leverage our engineering expertise to integrate process units with new flexible technologies which add value to the refinery margin. Then we have Refinery Manage, where AI-driven analytics and predictive algorithms eliminate costly downtimes and maximize efficiency. From dynamic production scheduling to optimizing asset lifespans, it ensures reliable performance day and night. Now to give a bird's-eye view of every operation, we have Refinery Insight, which provides digital twins and intuitive dashboards to enhance visibility and planning. It transforms raw data into actionable strategies. Finally, there's Refinery Secure, that helps you build secure OT layers while bringing critical data directly to the SOC for seamless, centralized management. These modules act as individual solutions but create exponential value when combined. Together, they reduce emissions, enhance safety, and improve operational efficiency, driving your refinery toward a sustainable, profitable future. With Refinery Next, the future of energy isn't just imagined, it's engineered. Transform today and lead tomorrow.
So as you saw in the video, the solution has got 6 different perspectives here, right? We start with the bottommost layer, the refinery govern, wherein you put in the governance and you put in the change management, you put in the knowledge management framework behind the entire initiative that you would be running. Very critical for our customers. We've seen a lot of cases where digital initiatives, the success of digital initiatives is not a factor of how good the tool is or how good the data is, but how good the adoption is and how good the management is. Then there is refinery build. Again, the base step of ensuring that your equipment data and engineering data is correct, is complete, and is contextualized. Something that, because the sites and systems are old, they've had siloed solutions over the last few decades, looking at solving individual problem statements, not contextualized. That's something that is a big problem which we offer a solution to. Refinery Connect, again, 2 or 3 different ways to look at it. Legacy equipment that needs to give us performance data for us to do something about it. First, we need to understand what is coming out of the equipment for us to do anything. Enablement, we see a lot of our customers looking at wireless devices, handheld devices in the field that needs technology enablement, that needs private 5G, LTE kind of network enablement as well. Refinery Manage, again, once you put in the backbone of the communications and the right data, you get access to enabling your field operations, your maintenance more effectively, which is where initiatives like simulation, initiatives like health management, performance management of equipment come in, which can be scaled up based on whatever you've built. Secure, I don't need to repeat the various examples of cybersecurity threats that we've seen in the industry. Multiple operating companies are already facing that, and that's something that is an ever-evolving paradigm. You can't solve the problem today and say that the problem is solved for tomorrow as well. And finally, the refinery insight. Once you've got everything in place, once you're monitoring everything, how do you make sure that you get to faster decision-making and you get to quick turnaround of what you want to do, right? So those are the 6 different broad modules, if I may, of the solution here. All of these, again, are run as sometimes independent programs, sometimes a cohesive program, but all of these are needed to enable transitioning legacy assets to future-enabled and future-compliant assets. As Subrat mentioned, we've been working with customers in this space for about 3 decades now, and over the last few decades, we've seen enough and more examples in our work where the initiatives of Refinery of the Future have led to a great deal of improvements for our customers. You see, 4 examples here, whether it is real-time as asset health monitoring, which obviously gives you benefit of downtime reduction, productivity improvement, digital twins for plant operations, obviously something that is helpful from a defect rate reduction perspectives and yield improvement perspective. Digital twin for assets. One of our customers came to us and said, my engineers spend almost half their day in searching for the right information. And how do I solve that problem to make my workforce more productive and to make sure that my workforce is behaving at its peak. So that is one example. And then safety. Obviously, cost of human capital is something that we talk about a lot in the oil and gas and chemicals industry, but enabling technology in safety operations to ensure that there is a reduction in not just safety incidents, but also you improve the utilization of the equipment and the assets that you have is something which is giving excellent returns there. So we've done these initiatives at scale. These are initiatives that have been done across multiple operating plants in a region, across multiple regions that have given our customers the value, from a refinery next perspective that they are seeing today in their operations. And that's something that, is part of the solution. In terms of LTTS, carrying on, from what Subrat mentioned, for us, we are a pure play engineering and technology services organization. So you get the benefit of Refinery Next, but you get the backbone of LTTS where we've got deep engineering and operations expertise. We've got, a lot of asset management and, maintenance, reliability, integrity experts in the company that work day in and day out with, downstream chemicals, upstream companies. We've got a lot of solutions that are AI enabled already. So all the modules that you saw, there is AI all over, whether it is in terms of the work process being simplified or whether it is a solution being developed on the basis of AI. We've got as a company close to about 170 patents already that have been filed on AI. Sustainability is the focus of what we do. We as a company, as Subrat mentioned, sustainability is designated as one of the 3 segments for us. And with the global execution model, with us being a global company for our global customers, they get the benefit of thinking about it once, but implementing the initiatives consistently and at scale. So that's what we bring to the table as LTTS. I'll take a pause here and we can begin with the questions. Thank you.
Okay, questions?
Hi, I'm just trying to. There's hundreds of different MES and ERP packages out there.
Correct.
How is this different and or better than that? And then does this do any actual process control and automation? Is there?
Good question. I'd say 2 elements that come to mind in terms of how is it different, right? One, if you look at the 6 different individual, if you look at the 6 different individual modules of the solution, they don't just cover the MES layer. They cover everything right from your governance to the static layer to the operating data layer to the insights layer. So it's a little more holistic in terms of point solutions or single solutions that are out there. The second is from our solution perspective, this is a tool agnostic solution, right? Because again, if you look at it from our customer's perspective, their historic plants, they've been running with some systems for years and years together. For them to change systems is a massive change on their side, which is sometimes not something that they would want to do. So they would want tool agnostic solutions that they can adopt and they can make the best use out of it, which is what this does for you. So to your point, you could be on a Honeywell or a Rockwell or a ABB or any of the systems. You can use this and with the same set of processes, with the same set of frameworks, get the most out of what you're using.
Right. But this isn't a DCS, right?
No.
Okay, so it's just documentation. The control and automation engineers are always talking about, well, this is just documenting things. And they talk about MES and ERP like that. So this is just,
See, we are not a product company, okay? We are a solutions company, we are a services company. Doesn't matter what MES or how ERP system you are using, what you are bringing is the technology that enables your safety, efficiency, and operations to become smarter by making sure those platforms and technologies that you have are used to the most.
Thanks for the presentation. I think one of the thing I noted is that your two modules, which is EHSS, digital twin for EHSS and for the plant operations, both of them say reduce safety incidents. One says safety incidents by 8 to 10%, other one says by 30 to 40%. But how are those two different?
So there's two ways to look at it. The EHSS thing was specifically done for safety only, right? Which is you look at your construction site related safety or you look at your operating site, but safety as a business function and do technology enablement of only that. The one digital twin for operations was done holistically for the entire operations of the refinery. Now, byproduct of that, the biggest enabler, the biggest positive point out of that is efficiency improvement. But a byproduct of that, if you can predict equipment behavior, if you can predict when the equipment will fail, you can be prepared to make sure that there are no incidents that happen. But the bigger parameter there was operating improvement rather than safety improvement. The EHSS was only safety improvement.
Yeah, basically EHSS related to worker safety, while this is overall safety, even when worker is not present, some unsafe operations due to plant, something like
Exactly.
that. Thank you.
Other questions?
Hi, I kind of see in here mention of AI-driven solutions. Can you maybe flesh that out a little bit?
Sure.
If you're not a
So
software company, but you're a solutions company, what are the solutions that you're building that are AI-driven?
I'll give you a real quick example here. In terms of the modules that you see on the screen, right? The refinery build has an AI component where we use AI for our work process improvement, managing data and getting data from various systems, automating that using AI. That is the build. Refinery Connect, again, has AI to make sure that we are using the edge analytics. And there are a lot of programs that we are using there which are improved using AI. The Refinery Manage Asset Health, for example, has health predictions using AI. The OT, the NOC, SOC has cybersecurity, but that has AI built into it. So like I said when I was presenting, not that AI is used in one pocket or the other. Every element of the solution in some form or fashion leverages AI to make sure that we are either optimizing our own work or we are enabling AI in our customers' environment to give them the value that they need.
Other questions? Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.